Hello, I'm Zach Torres, and what I did today was I kind of took a different approach, and I did the pros and cons of each entity, and then I took my company and acted like I ran it right now as somewhat of a side gig, but I was looking for the liability coverage of one of these entities. First, I will be covering the benefits of the sole proprietorship. The owner or proprietor is able to receive all of the revenues in which their enterprise creates. The creation of this entity, sole proprietorship, is often easy and cost effective. The proprietor can make sole decisions regarding when or how to sell their enterprise. There are no corporate tax payments required, as well as very little business requirements. The taxes are filed as personal income taxes. The disadvantages of a sole proprietorship is that the owners are responsible for any losses or liabilities incurred during the practice of their enterprise. Their personal assets are at risk, and the owners lack continuity post-mortal, meaning that their enterprise basically dissolves when they pass. The capital is limited to personal funding or others who are willing to make small business loans. General partnerships. The benefits of general partnerships consist of the taxes are passed through entities, which allows the owners to only pay taxes on the income in which they make. The partnerships are only responsible for filing an information return. All partners have equal rights in operation and management unless they agree otherwise when they form the contract. They have increased ability for the owners to raise funds because they have more individuals seeking the funds, along with an increased pool of knowledge. Partners have the duty of care and the duty of loyalty, and each partner has the power to disassociate at any time, but not always the right. The disadvantages of general partnership. General partners are jointly and severely responsible for the partnership and its debts. Each partner has joint liability for the obligations and the debts of the business partnership. The benefits of limited partnership. Limited partnership allows some professions to avoid personal liability for malpractice of other partners. A partner is liable for his or her own wrongful actions. It is easier to attract investors due to limited liability partners. Limited partners get to share in the profits and losses without having to participate in the business itself. Limited partners are not personally liable, and states generally limit the liability of the partners in some way, shape, or form. Disadvantages of limited partnership. A limited partnership must consist of one general partner and one limited partner, and they must sign a certificate of limited partnership. This partnership must be formed and operated under state statute. They must file an annual report with the state in order to remain qualified as an LLP. When doing business in another state, they must register in the second state for a foreign qualification. Benefits of a limited liability company. A limited liability company combines the liability aspect of a corporation and the tax advantages of a partnership. Owners are limited to the amount of which they have invested into the LLC. And an LLC with two or more members can choose to be taxed as either a partnership or a corporation. Members can also deduct operating losses or gains against the members' regular income. Corporations and partnerships can be members of an LLC. LLCs may also have an unlimited amount of owners or operators. Disadvantages of limited liability company. If an LLC has one member, it cannot be taxed as a partnership. They must file an article of an organization and follow individual state statutes. In some states, LLCs must pay higher fees than corporations that make the same revenues. Benefits of a corporation. Corporation provides limited liability to their owners, which are their shareholders. Creating corporation provides credibility. Corporations are not dependent on the lives of the owners, meaning that their entity will not simply dissolve once the main owner-operator has passed. And the corporations are easily transferable. Disadvantages of corporation. Certain corporations receive double taxation when income is distributed to their shareholders and owners. Articles of incorporation must be filed with applicable state statute, along with filing fees. Also, annual meetings are required in most instances for corporations. Now onto my company. I'm currently the sole owner of my food service company called Speedy Snack. Speedy Snack is a catering company that has been around for a couple of months. In the previous months, Speedy Snack has been a side gig for my family and I until just recently. Recently, we have gained the much wanted publicity needed in order to turn our side gig into a full-time operation. We believe that we have the talent and staff needed to spread from being solely a catering company to moving into the food truck industry. Before we take the risk needed in order to grow our business, we are currently looking over the types of entities. First off, we are not willing to sign into a sole proprietorship agreement for the reason that we want the business passed down amongst our family for many generations to come. A general partnership does not interest us for the reason that we are not willing to put forth our personal assets. And as a team, we also decided not to allow for limited partnership because we want all shareholders to be actively involved in the work itself. A corporation does not hold our interest either, for the reason that, in most cases, there is a double taxation. With that being said, we have decided to go with a limited liability company. An LLC works best for Speedy Snacks for many reasons. One of the reasons being that we are only held to the amount in which we are soon to invest. Another reason being that all members are allowed to participate in management activities and duties. Finally, there is no limit in the amount of members we can have join our LLC. We here at Speedy Snacks look forward to you joining our team. Thank you.